What is this? What is this? I have YouTube has just told me I am live, by the way. Hello everybody, I am live. YouTube has just told me that I can do something called a pop out something, and it's extremely distracting. I don't know who's online or anything like that. Let me move this. I've one. Okay, that's better. So I have one. So let me see what. Oh Jesus! Don't do that, guys. What are you eating? You're way off being distracted again. Guys, welcome. Diesel Man, how's it going? Welcome to Friday Night Live on Woolys World. Of course, I came online and YouTube said, you can do this pop-out thing now. So I did this pop-out thing now. And it's, what? I don't even know what it is. Insert advert? What the hell? Huh? Mark, how's it going? Add inserted, learn more. I don't understand what that is, so I'm going to close that and hope that nobody dies. So, guys, welcome. Yes, it is Saturday Night Live. Yes, this is Woolys World. It is nearly Christmas. It is all a bit mad. It's also Teenage Disco Night here. So, who bang? Who bang? What bang? Guy, how's it going? So. It's cold. Diesel Man, it is cold. I think we are looking at another -5 or something is going to be here tonight. That's Fahrenheit. So let me see. Let me just check that. -5. Oh, maybe that's just, we're in Celsius, aren't we? No, -5. 41 degrees. That's 41 degrees, guys. Yeah, I forgot what letter we were on. Hang on, is it R or is it S? It's S, isn't it? Friday Night Live S, firewood S. I had forgot about the firewood thing completely. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Today is the 16th of the 12th. Can you believe that? Can you believe that another year is nearly gone, guys? That is absolutely mental. Oh, here. I know. I am not burning any beech at the minute. I'm burning a bit of ash, and I am burning sycamore, lots of sycamore. As for sharpening, is a good one. Sharpening is something that has come up a lot recently. Sharpening is something that we will chat about tonight. So, oh, you lucky duck, Tom. I can't believe somebody gave you COVID. I thought COVID was gone. And then I see on the news today they're talking about all the hospitals getting ready because there's a big massive surge of COVID again and stuff like that. And I was like, really? Really? Well, Siobhan, how was it? Why?
Even forgot her money.
Oh.
But I had money.
I'm live here, so.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Okay.
Teenage dreams, so hard to beat.
Teenage dreams, yes. The girls are away to a teenage disco. They're all getting ready in our house. Oh, it was grand. Sharpening is 100%. Sharpening is something that I do quite a lot. I have one of these. I've actually moved it out of my sharpening box and I've put it underneath the computer screen here because it is such a handy little piece of equipment, and that is a Work Sharp field sharpener. Okay, so it has coarse diamond, fine diamond. It has a strop, and it has a ceramic rod on it there, and you can do loads of stuff with that, guys. And this is what I like the best, and this is where it works good for an axe, is you can pop these off. Look, so you can freehand with them like that. That's what I like about it. So guys, oh yeah, I know, the winter cold. I don't know what's going on. No, it hasn't been above -8. Where are you again, Guy? Gadgets are cool. Our chainsaws just big gadgets. Dun dun dun! Wally threw it out there. Wally threw it out there. Doug, you're very welcome. So I would say we have so much frost that it looks like snow, but it hasn't snowed, if that makes sense. There's so much frost. It's just frost upon frost upon frost. And I have not been keeping you guys very up to date with the dipping. I'm finding it a little bit detrimental to what's going on in the channel. So I put a video up yesterday and then I sort of went, you know what, I'm going to remove that video. So apologies to anybody. And apologies to anybody who had commented on that, but I just sort of, I'll keep them on Facebook. You want to watch them, go over to Facebook. So guys, yeah, Guy, I am the same. I am halfway through my wood storage for this winter. I've half of it burnt. I'm exactly halfway. I'm halfway through the middle row. So, which is a lot of wood. My fire has been going since 7 o'clock in the morning every day for nearly a month. Nearly a month. It is just so cold. It's just so cold, so cold. I know, Tom. I know, but I have stuff out the back that has been stacked for a long time, and I have eucalyptus and stuff, and I have. Nice, Benjamin. Nice. I have lots of wood, but that has been sitting for a good while. So, and I don't really need to do anything with it until January. So, nice, Tom. Our stove is pretty good. I still have wood in the field to go collect. Maybe I might get some of it done before Christmas. Get some of that sycamore in. It's very big, and you just, the thought of it, you just be going to yourself, oh Jesus, it's just going to be up and down a hill with a wheelbarrow. That is basically what I've been doing. So, which is always fun, but let me think now. Really, Doug, we've been having a really cold spell. I think they're saying like it's the coldest it's been in 10 years or something. It's been -11 here, -9. The other Monday I went to go out and do some work, and it just took me so long. I couldn't open the back of the truck because it was frozen solid. Yeah, I know, Tom. That's the thing. You got about 2 years of sycamore if you don't get it in. It's not the best. I had a load of sycamore poles, I'm going to say, that we had down at Red Branch for building shelters. It just went to bits. When you compare it to the pine that I have down at Red Branch, you're talking the pine. Some of the pine that's in there that the kids are using for shelters has been there 6 years, and it's still okay. +2. Okay. No, it's minus here, and it was minus here last night. My dipping barrel, guys, is an absolute solid lump of ice. It's just, when you break down, you can break through the top of it, but there's about this much ice around the inside of the barrel. So when you get into it, you can't actually do anything except standing it up your waist because it's too narrow. It's like, come on, I just want to get back. It's so hard to get into the shower. The shower is so difficult. Excuse me. This is what happens. You come on here, and as soon as you start talking, I start yawning. It's a pain in the arse, but that is it. So this is what we're going to talk about, guys. It is S, yes. So we will do some sharpening and talking because it is something that has come up a lot recently. Yeah, that was a tough one. I wonder what happened there. Guys, there was an Irish soldier shot dead yesterday in the Lebanon. The Irish have a very big peacekeeping presence for UN. They always have. for a long time. And anybody who has been in the Irish Army has probably served in Lebanon at some stage. And this young lad was shot. I don't really know what happened, but that's all I know is that he's dead and another one injured. So yeah, it's a bit bad. You sort of forget about stuff like that the Irish can, every so often one of them will get killed, you know. So it's just a bit, it's tough. He's originally from just 5 miles away from here, so I don't know him or anything, but it is tough. So what were we saying? The sharpening, guys. The sharpening. Oh, first of all, dipping barrels. Who here has ever considered building a homemade hot tub or anything like that? If you are thinking of building a homemade hot tub, you probably have some good ideas what I could use for a dipping barrel or some sort of thing for a dipping barrel. I was thinking of an IBC tote, but they are massive. They are massive. So big. They're like 1,000 liters or something. I don't need 1,000 liters. I need something half the size of that. And even if I cut it in half, you know, took the top of it, it's still just going to be ungainly and too wide and stuff. So I know you can get 600-liter ones, and I was wondering if anybody has ever thought about doing anything like that or have anything else. A metal farm tub. Yeah, you see, here is the thing, Doug, right? I'm researching this at the minute, and I'm looking online, and everybody's like, get a Rubbermaid, you know, 160-gallon thing. I went looking at those things that you can pick up relatively cheap in the States, and that there's a Rubbermaid. It's like a 600-liter water thing, and this is for feeding cows. They're 500 pound, 500 bloody pound. That's insane. So you can buy a custom-made thing for that, a custom-made cold tank for that, you know. So, so one of those would be cool, but would be very cool. I'm very soft focused tonight, aren't I? Is that any better? I used the drill bit on some fencing, and that video is coming out. You see, I went looking, Tom. I went looking at a mortar bucket. Mortar buckets are 150 pound. You know, which is a lot of money. I was sort of hoping I could pick something up cheaper. I know I could probably get everything's coming in at around 100 pound. Do you know what I mean? But I don't have 100 pound. You know, it's the week before Christmas. 100 pound, 100 pounds, 100 pound. So I had this big plan. Oh, and this is the thing. The fundraiser just passed £1,000 tonight as well. So, which is unbelievable. And if anybody has donated, thank you very much, guys. It's just like £1,000. Can you believe that? Let me see if I can get this up to date. And I actually have more money to put to that, which is unreal. £1,001. I have not boiled any lobster. No matter what people say, I've never boiled a lobster. Well, John, how's it going? Pete, how's it going? You see, I was going to DIY build a structure. This is what I was thinking of doing. But I was going to use the IBC tote as the main frame. But I know that you can get smaller ones, like a 600-liter one, which would be amazing, you know, because they're narrower. This is the thing. I don't want a big floppy thing, you know. I want it to be more compact. Oh, Jesus. I poured a cup of tea once, Diesel man. So this is what I was thinking. It's getting these things, you know. And you go around places and there's hundreds of them, hundreds and hundreds of them. So yeah, you see, this is I was talking about this to somebody, right? So yes, I could go dip in the river. The thing is that it's all about timing, all about timing. So it's I get up in the morning, I dip, do my workout, and get the kids up to go to school. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose I should try to sort of upgrade it a bit. And then you go down to the river and it's flooded and then it's dangerous, you know. So this is the thing as well. Yeah. I just need to think a wee bit more outside the box. Do you know what I mean? And instead of just being, oh, you know, it is handy. Yeah. I was thinking about that as well, an old bath. I know, Doug, hard man, but just a hard man, full stop. Let us move on. Have a think about it, guys. Have a think about it. Let's move on to sharpening. Did you see my coat? Before we do that, did you see my coat? I'm going to turn on the light, don't worry. Check this out. The hood's removable. What do you think? How mental is that? It's lined. It's a winter jacket. It's quite warm as well. So the guys at Mascot, right? We've been working away behind the scenes. They contacted me a little while ago. Look, trousers, 3 pairs of trousers here. None of them fit me properly. The guys at Mascot, yeah, waterproof, lined. Oh, I forgot to turn off the light. I'll tell you the story. So they contacted me. I have another coat here as well. This black jacket you see me wearing the odd time. They contacted me out of the blue. Normally I contact companies. That's generally the way it works. I'm not afraid to just reach out to people and say, here, give me stuff to wear and I'll do something with it. Generally they tell me to take a hike and they say, but they contacted me and said, we have been watching your channel and we were wondering, would you like to try some of our gear to wear? And I was like, okay, yes, I know a little bit. I have seen your stuff in a shop somewhere. And I was like, did you see my cabin build video? Is that the one, you know, the time-lapse video? And they were like, no, we have not seen that video. So don't we often watch that video? So they were like, yes, we want to send you stuff. They want to get the trousers dialed in. They're really on about the trousers. I don't know what way they're going. We haven't come up with any plan, or there's no contracts or anything, or I'm not really sure what's happening, but they sent me hats and t-shirts and thermals and all these different things. No Woolies World's hats just yet, but they do have a logo facility. So, you know, they are a work brand and they have hundreds and hundreds of different types of coats and fleeces and thermals and boots and trousers and everything. So they were on to me and I says, look, you know, I says, it's winter. Why don't you send me a winter coat and put a Woolies World logo on it? And they were like, that's a really good idea. But this is the thing that I said to them. It says Mascot workwear on it up here. It's because they don't have branding on their clothes except for like little things like this. You know, it's very subliminal branding. And I was like, well, look, if you're going to be putting the Woolies World logo on it, like, you know, little things like that, I says, you know, you need to have your logo as well so that it's nice and high, you can see it. So this box landed in the post the other day with all this stuff in it, and I was like, no way. It was, it's cool. That's it, Doug. Put on an accent. Go in and pretend you're Irish. They'll think you're Scottish, but it'll be fine. I enjoy sharpening, right? So, but this is what has happened lately is that I have noticed, and me and Doug were talking about this last week. I have noticed a lot of comments on my shorts from people saying that my chain is blunt, especially when cutting diagonally across the grain. So when I'm putting in the top cut of my face cut. So what I would be I'm famous already, Doug. Okay, so if I'm cutting, let me draw this. Sorry, you don't need to see that information. So if I'm cutting a tree, and I'm making this cut, right? Okay, so when I cut across like this, it looks fine, right? Now, what I was thinking, and and bear with me on this, right? Bear with me on this. Okay, so a tree. A tree internally is made of cells that run that way. Okay, the grain. Okay, when you cut a log, when you cut a log this way, when you split it with a saw, you make noodles because that is the way the grain goes. When you cut across it this way, okay, that's why you get wood chips, because you are cutting through all those little different pieces of grain. When you cut it across this way at a diagonal, those chips are always going to be smaller and more dust like. Is that right, or am I just a lunatic? I know I'm a lunatic, but I mean about this certain subject. Okay, so people are saying to me, your saw is blunt, you need to sharpen your chain. Yet when I cut, now the chain is very close to the end. Okay, this is the thing. So well, this is it, Benjamin. What you are doing is you're using the frontal cortex of your brain, okay? And it is relaxing because it is a repetitive task that accomplishes something. It's like digging a hole, but different, if you know what I mean. It's one of these things that when you start it, you have to keep going until you finished, and when you finish, it works. It's a win-win. Sharpening a chain, doing something like that is a win-win all the time, all the time. So. So, Doug, you were saying the possibility of that, and I was thinking about this as well, is that when the Frankensaw was four-stroking, it's probably because my rakers need to come down because the saw is not doing enough work, right? Exactly, Doug, exactly. So, is that the same thing? Is that the same reason? Peppy, how's it going, buddy? So, does the saw need the rakers taken off it? Not off it, but take. Yeah. See, that's what I'm thinking, Doug. Even though I was checking it. Now the thing is that normally I would just disregard it. You know, when people say, "Oh, your saw is blunt," because I've been cutting Y pieces and crotch pieces and stuff like that, and I've had people go, "Oh, your saw is blunt" and stuff, and I'm like going, "Well, actually, the grain is going. It's to do with the way I'm cutting against the grain. You know, it's like cutting straight down on a piece of wood from the top. You know, when you cut straight down, you get really fine grain as well." We had a chilly woolly willy as well, but I had a shower, Pat. I had a shower this morning because we are still hitting -6 overnight here, and I at 11 o'clock I have to go out and do a run to teenage disco. Okay. Yeah. So would the rakers not being lowered enough and the chain being nearly at the end? I mean, I'm talking minuscule amount of tooth left on some of these things. It probably needs the rakers taken down anyway. But I did check it, guys. You know that last video that I did where I'm sharpening the chain? Yeah, I wouldn't be going crazy, Diesel Man, you see. I'd just be taking it handy. Try a new chain. I'll put different chain on, see how I get on. I do have another chain for it, which is the one that I haven't sharpened yet from that video. How do you sharpen this chain thing? But yes. But sharpening. Okay. So this is how I like to do it. Well, you see, I did set it, Tom. This is the thing. It's not, I did set it, but everybody's saying that. Good man, Glenn. Cheers, buddy. Ice baths, yeah. They're good crack. Good for the head, boy. Good for the head. Good for the soul, I think. There's not much of them going on now because my ice barrel is just one big massive lump of ice. I think I might go down and just fill it full of gin. Okay. Okay. Sharpening. Yeah. I wonder how sharp this is. This is the Grandfors Brooks Bucking Special. Let's give it a little lick and let's look at sharpening and axe sharpening in particular. Okay, so to test what is going on back here. Stay to test. It's not bad. Bill, how's it going? Okay. I might have to get a little bit constructive here with camera angles and stuff like that. Let's bring this seat up to its highest. Okay, so the thing about sharpening an axe, right? I know I have another new coat here as well. I've loads of new stuff. Okay, the thing about sharpening an axe, guys, and for this I'm going to be using the Worksharp, okay, the Worksharp field guide, right? This will work with any sort of diamond file. Well, it will work with anything, but I like using these diamond files. So this is what I do, right? You have two, you have a rough and you have a smooth. No, it's not sharp enough for that yet. I know. Well, not out of my axe collection, which is behind the screen. Okay, so look, what all I do, right? So just pop it on my shoulder like this. Close an eye. Spin it. It's easier on this side. So I don't like grinding wheels. I don't like sander belts and stuff like that. It's like yourselves, boys. You know, you guys that are into the hand filing of the chainsaw chains and stuff like that, guys. You know, it is just, yes, Tom, exactly. It's just one of those things. I'm going to need more light, boys. I would sharpen my maul as well. Still not there yet, boys. In fact, I might have made it worse. Now, what you can do is, I know some boys like to do this, is to put they put marker on it. Okay, so you can see what you're taking off. I don't really like doing that. Okay. The dog looking in out there. No, you can leave it. I'll take care of it. Sure. This is the thing about these convex edges. I know guys that are into the bushcraft and stuff will actually put a Scandinavian type grind on their axes, you know. It's not bad for an axe. Do you know what I mean? Didn't do it justice that time at all. That's just ripping through it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Poor guitar. They're back to dust collecting again. Hey, they're back to dust collecting. I feel like now I should do nothing except sharpen this until I get a razor. And then I think to myself, yeah, we'll be here for a week. Now, waterstones, Japanese waterstones and all that sort of crack, Glenn. I don't know if you use them. Yeah, obviously, Tom. Yes, Pat. There's all different things. There's all different trade-offs, you know. So look, even sometimes you're thinking to yourself, it's not working. It's not great. And even just stropping, guys, can bring it back a lot of the times, or getting the ceramic rod on it. You know what I mean? So the problem being is that these knife sharpeners, they are that. They're knife sharpeners. So they're set up to sharpen knives at a certain angle. And this is why an axe is so much is trickier, you know. And this is the thing. So when you're sharpening a knife or something like that, what you're trying to do is you're removing steel this side and then this side and then this side and then this side. Okay, so every time you sharpen it, you're taking off a minute amount of steel. And what you're trying to do basically is you're trying to get them to line up, okay, like that, right? But when you do, every time you sharpen, one side is a little bit bigger than the other, okay? a little bit bigger. And what happens is that you create a wire edge across it, and that's what stropping, and that's what using a ceramic rod gets rid of. Okay, it gives you a better sharpness that lasts for longer, right? The thing, you look at a butcher who's using a knife, and you'll notice that in between nearly every cut, the butcher has a rod, has a sharpening rod. Okay, the butcher is only cutting on that wire edge. Okay, that is why their knife is so sharp, because they're hitting bone so often. There's no point having a really well sharpened knife, because it's just going to go blunt anyway. So you get your wire edge, a couple of cuts, back, sharpen it back up again, cut away, cut away, cut away. So that's the difference. There we go. See the difference the strop makes, guys? See that? No, it's never going to work. So that'll do. So always, guys, this is what I would recommend. And look, here's the thing. I'm not an expert on sharpening. I do sharpen a lot, but I'm using a jig. Do you know what I mean? It's a guide. So this is what I would suggest, is that if you are sharpening stuff, get a strop. They're very easy to make. I have little pieces of leather. I have a strop in here. I just made a board of wood, and I just glued a piece of leather to it, and then you just put a stropping compound on it. Any sort of polishing compound will work. And if you're really good at it, you can just strop it to a mirror finish. So woodcutter, how's it going? Wayne, how's it going? Long time no see. The paper is defective. So this is that's what I would recommend, especially for knives, guys. But you see the likes of this little thing here. See the likes of this. Not bad, woodcutter. What did I do with my knife? There's it there. Look, so you know, for your pocket knives and stuff, this thing is perfect. Perfect. You know, you very rarely have to use the rough one. Most of the times you're just talking about the ceramic rod and then a strop. Do you know what I mean? And look at the size of it. You throw it in your pocket, you know. You started this, okay? By the way, you started this knife sharpening crack. Now I can't stop sharpening knives. It is very therapeutic, okay? So look, all I'm doing is you're just lining it up on these little ramps. Look, everywhere you flip it, it has a ramp, okay? And they are set at 20 degrees. I'm sure this is 20 degrees, okay? So, and all you're doing with the strop end, which is this leather thing here, is you're just holding this like this. Guys, it really is the stropping that makes the difference. The 435 is not bad. It's not bad. I do have a couple of videos coming out in it. I did go down and fell a couple of trees with it last week after playing with the carb. Sorry, just let me finish this. I'll be too mad. What did a minute, Chase? Will you get on yourself? No, this is therapeutic. I did have to learn how to sharpen on Japanese water stones when I was doing my bushcraft course. I did find them a little bit too much. Do you know what I mean? Clearly defective paper. That'll do, donkey. That will do. So, you do woodcutter. I do not know if I will go ahead next week. This is the problem. Next week will be Christmas Eve, won't it? I don't remember if I did it last year or not. And what I reckon is that people are very busy, and I don't really want to be, you know. And this is the thing, guys. You know, look, I really appreciate the fact that you guys come on, you watch all the videos and stuff like that. But the thing is, I don't expect you to, you know, I don't. It's not like some people come on sometimes and they'll be like, "Oh, Wooly, I'm so sorry I missed your live stream and all," and I'm like, don't worry about it at all. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not a big deal if you miss one. So don't ever feel under pressure to, oh, I gotta go watch Wooly's live stream. Guys, it's just me talking shit. You know what I mean? So there's a dog stuck outside. We're sitting here waiting for a dog today as well. This is, but she has surprises in the past. Our oldest dog, Pockets, is just really struggling with the cold and just struggling. She's just not walking well. She's like 16 or something, but she is blind and deaf, and she just sort of walks around the house getting into the different dog beds. But if she gets into the dog bed with Cooter will attack her, and that's happened today. So it just sort of knocks a lot out of her when that happens. I know. I blame the boys too. You know, Commando, Rambo, all those different. Oh, I might sharpen this one now. No, I actually sharpened that one quite recently. That's why it's here. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, so this is, so about a month ago, I was thinking, right, that's it. She's not making it past this weekend, and yet here we are. You know, a month later, still dealing with the same stuff. So, it is just the way it goes, isn't it? It's just the way it goes, and it's hard. It's hard because she's so, you know, she just walks around and she poos and pees on the floor. And you're just tidying it up all the time, and you're getting frustrated. And you know, you just always have to remember she wasn't always like this. And unfortunately, this would be the shit that you'll remember about her. But yeah, old dogs. But then I know people that will ship the dog off to the vets and get it put down. And that is not me. I am not going to do that. No way. No way. On that happy note. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, that's what's going on in Wooly's world at the minute. Just seems to has come to a bit of a head today. So it was very cold. It's very, very cold. You just find her just sitting outside in the frost, you know, so she doesn't know where she is. So anywho, sharpening. So if you guys would do me a favor and look back on not a professional, maybe the not a professional videos where actually just they're the short videos, guys. They're only 15 seconds long, and have a look and tell me what you think. Now, a lot of those videos would be shot on the same day, so people will comment, "Your saw is blunt, your chain is blunt," but they won't say that on the next video. But and the next video is probably shot about 10 seconds later than the first one that they're saying the saw is blunt on. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. So it's just one of those things. You got to figure it out. Like, you know, because we're always trying to do better at this stuff, aren't we? We're always trying to be not a professional, Tom. You said it, not a professional. And people have come on and said, well, that is obvious. Like, well, I did tell you I wasn't a professional. It's funny, you get mixed reactions. These shorts get an awful amount of views, It's weird. Like, you can have let me go on now and I'll show you. You can have some of these things just go bananas. Bananas. Like that Not a Professional 9 has got 34,000 views. 34,000 views. It's got 7,500 views in the last 48 hours. They just go. That one just actually hasn't stopped, whereas the other ones sort of slow down, and they usually peak. They usually peak after 2 hours. This is the thing. So you could have 20,000 or 20,000 views or 10,000 views on a video in an hour, and does that make sense? Yes, Benjamin. This is the problem, is that everybody is an expert. I really try not to comment on stuff like that. I sort of always think to myself, if I don't really have anything good to comment, what is the point in commenting? So, say not. Say not, you know, you just don't have to be a dick all the time. I don't mind. Stay coat. I have too many coats. This is what's going on. Everything keeps falling down. I don't mind people commenting on videos. Well, actually, do you know what? I encourage people to comment on videos. It's when they comment stupid stuff. Do you know what I mean? I am lucky in that I don't generate a lot of hate. Some people's videos are just, but then maybe they do that on purpose. Just some of the stuff that people say is just mental. No, it's sure you don't make any money from shorts. They're not monetized. So I think they are going to be monetized in the new year, but I'm not sure how that works or how that is going to work. It is a good way to get people to see your channel. That is one thing, but well, do you know, Pat, generally what I do is I either record a short on my phone when I'm out doing something, or what I'll do is I will take a certain amount of a video as I'm editing it. So if a short comes out, I normally release it the day I'm editing the video. Sometimes the video mightn't come out for 3 weeks. So at the moment, guys, I can't even see because of these lights. At the moment, I have stuff coming out right up until the 13th of January. So I'm sort of a month ahead. Woolys World has got a lot of content coming out. It's going to be 3 videos a day, probably more over the Christmas period. So, and that's me just getting. But they're going to be silly videos. They're not going to be like, you know, real hardcore hours of editing and stuff like that. So, which I don't really mind. I find the Christmas period can be very hit or miss. I went through a big thing last year where I tried to upload. Yes, Benjamin, I would say so. If like, but see, this is the thing. Leonardo, how's it going? I have been in Sao Paulo, Brazil, believe it or not. I get you, Diesel man. I get you. I have a new regime. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I do my dip or my shower, whichever I'm doing. I do my workout. I have my vitamins and my fruit shake and stuff like that, and then I have my breakfast, and then I have my coffee, and that's 2 hours, and then I lift up my phone. I am not allowed. I'm stopping myself from going on my phone for those first 2 hours, because if I sit down and if something catches my eye on shorts or Instagram reels or something like that, 45 minutes you're like this, you know. And once this dip a day in December is over, I am removing those. I'm removing Facebook and Instagram from my phone. Jesus Christ, they just suck the energy out of your day. It's just time stealers. Jesus Christ of Almighty, it's crazy. I do need a heater for the cabin. I am not building it because I will die of carbon monoxide poisoning. Guys, they are. Your life is your time is regulated by social media. This is the bloody problem, isn't it? So it's such a double-edged sword. It really is. It does my head in at certain times. It really does my head in. Oh, look, there you go. There we go. There's the answer to all Woolie's problems. Glasses wipes. Woodcutter, take it easy, buddy. Happy Christmas if I'm not talking to you before then. Guys, so it's like that is what it does. It just steals your life. It is a succubus of time. It's just, yeah, incredibly addictive. This is the problem, isn't it? It's instant gratification. I don't know if there's a dopamine fix or something involved in it, but it's tough, and it's all advertising, and you know. But this is it. So if you're looking at getting those things out there, tangent, pulling back from that tangent, you know, this is the thing. So you're on about Benjamin was on about the 500i versus the 181 and stuff like that. 500i is a big topic at the minute. You have any videos with a 500i in it, you are going to get a lot of views, you know. So this is the thing. This is what you're always looking for. You're always looking for your own evergreen content versus what people are interested in watching. What people are interested in watching costs £1,200, and I don't have £1,200. And if I did, I wouldn't be buying a 500i. No way. I'd be buying. I think I just made my glasses worse. I'll be buying a 590 or something. Oh, I know the power washing ones are the worst, boy. I know it's tough. It's tough. They're so addictive, you know. Jimmy, how's it going, buddy? They are so addictive. We're talking about the addictive nature of YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels and Facebook, whatever. What are they called on Facebook? Oh, I'm going to have a fit of coughing. My throat is very dry. So, this is what you do. This is what you do. You take your phone outside and you smash it with an axe. So I was continuing, on that note, I was continuing my video of smashing stuff with an axe, and I had a Samsung Galaxy tablet, and I took it out the back, and I hit it with the Fiskars X37, and I created some sort of nuclear fission, what do you call it? And it just went right through it, smashed it up, went right through it, cut the battery in half, and the heat from that battery, oh my god. Now this thing has been dead for like 4 years, lying in the back of a drawer somewhere, you know. Heat out of the battery, boy, Jesus Christ. I had to throw it in the frost and let it sit there, and it melted all the frost and everything. I was like, you need to sort of reconsider what I'm doing here. I'm going to blow something up by hitting it with an axe, you know. Yeah, I didn't realize that they could go like that. Nothing happened with the iPhone batteries or anything like that. Yeah, I know, but like this thing has been dead. This thing hasn't been charged in years and years and years, and there still was enough power for that thing to get really hot. Like you couldn't touch it. It was really hot. Like I'm assuming that it's not hot anymore. It's laying out the back there. Definitely, I'm going to have the safety police on to me when I release that video, if I release it. Excuse me, guys. I've got a dose of the yawns. And you know, listen, I will have a think about whether or not we go live next week. I'll put up a poll at some stage during the week, and we'll see about going live next week or not. Because I know, Pat, take it easy, buddy. I know that a lot of people are busy, so this is so I don't want to be interrupting people. So I will put up a poll, and I am going to say that if I don't see you guys, I'm going to say Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas now, guys. Thank you everybody for your support, and thanks for all the comments, guys. Keep them coming. Have a great Christmas. Happy New Year. All that. I'll probably do a live stream over Christmas, I think. Plenty of videos for you guys. So keep watching, keep commenting, keep thumbs up, and stay frosty.